I was telling my wife and my mother-in-law about how, like, the first time I went, because back then you're walking everywhere, right? And you don't get up there. Nobody had no car. I walked to McDonald's and I just saying, all right, because I know how to walk back, I buy a bunch of things, right? Real McChicken, right? So I'm like, yeah, can I get a bag? Because I had to walk now. The girl goes, so what she friend? I don't know what he's saying. I don't know what he's saying. Right? I'm like, nah, just I want a bag so I could carry this stuff. She's like,
yeah.
Can you say that again? You say that again? I just want a bag, plastic bag. She's like, oh, a bag. He's talking about a bag. He's talking about a. I was just like, oh, sorry, man. All right. I understand what's going on here now. So.
Wow. Yeah. That's something. Wow. Fire.
I go and learn some stuff, right? Because I'm not sure what university I went to. So I go and be learning, right? I wish I had no popcorn.
Who say I went to university, boss?
Listen. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Trifactor podcast. This podcast shines a spotlight on the Trinidad diaspora football players, whether they play at the highest level, which is international, whether they play at a pro, university, intercol. We want to hear your story and shine a spotlight and give everybody the flowers while they're still here. Today we have a Gonzal legend in the building, right? A guy I used to look up to for sure. A guy who could say once he in Gonzalez, he good.
Do that.
Andre, you want to know what is a Gonzalez? Not Gonzalez, Andre.
I wait in the hair going on here. What's this?
Not the other one. The one down south.
This is I'm from north and heavily north bias. I wish I was here to balance it out.
So I have no bias though.
You have no bias, eh?
I have no bias.
So, welcome, Devon Payne, to the podcast. How you doing, bro?
Thank you for having me, man. I just gotta say that off the bat. This is something, I was looking forward to. I think it's great getting a mixture of different, voices and knowledge and all that kind of stuff. Me being away from home, which is a sad thing.
What a life, bro. Andre's in the States as well.
Oh, there you go, Andre. So you know exactly where I'm coming from.
I know exactly what you're talking about before you finish.
So it's always good to reach back out and be yourself, you know what I mean? And just talk freely, talk about Trini vibes and everything like that. So when Osei was like, hey man, you need to come on this little podcast here for a little talk, a little joke down, as they say, a little song. I said, of course, most definitely.
So I'm very interested in this, right? So we normally ask the guys, what was your first introduction to football, or where you first witnessed it, your first see it and I was like, wait, kind of like this game. When you think back, what was your introduction to football?
Man, you guys got time? Because you got to go way back.
You have time.
Way. I started playing since I know myself. Since I could see my hands and see my feet, I started playing football. You see what I mean? So we're talking about probably at age 3 or 4, 5. You see what I mean? Andre, Osei knows where we live, down in Gonzales, just before Point Fortin. I was raised by my grandma on top of a hill. And at the bottom of the hill is the football field. So you can just... So before we can talk, we kicking the ball. Kicking something, kicking a mango. You see what I mean? So it started really early for me. I can't take all the credit. My brother, he's 4 years older than me. And he basically...
What's your brother's name?
I gotta call it. Okay, I'll call you. Winston Payne. Right. And Winston Payne, my older brother. He basically, set the way. He's older than me, so he came up the ranks before I did. So all I was trying to do is just emulate him.
Right.
And the thing about our family, and Jose knows, it's very, very tight-knit, close. Everybody close. Everybody grew up about the same time. And we grew up as, you know, when you look at the genealogy tree or whatever it is, you're supposed to be cousin and whoever, and nieces, whatever it is. But everybody grew up like brothers and sisters.
Right.
So we used to compete. So you know what I mean, right? We used to compete against each other. Nobody want to lose. Everybody want to play in tight spaces like them Brazilian and them. Everybody want to span a man. Everybody want to give a man a sombrero or cap a man over his head. It was very, very competitive. And I believe for me, I wasn't the most skillful. You know, as I get older, I kind of rely more on my experience and skill. But I could defend like really well.
Wait. All right, let's stop here right there, right? So before we go on to natural attributes, right? And Andre could jump in anytime. The first player that you saw and was like, this guy real good boy. We think back on who comes to mind?
Well, it depends. There's a lot of players growing up. Though.
Yeah, call all.
I mean, my brother was, I would say.
Right. Well, who name on the back of that shirt right now?
I ain't got nobody on the back of the shirt. You know why?
Okay.
Because I wanted to play for Juventus, but I didn't get a chance. But real quickly, right? Because we can spend hours here. I remember my brother learning how to do the spanner. And I was like, what kind of move is that? You know what I mean? I'm trying to do it back then, you know, for the younger crowd, they wouldn't know, but the Johan Cruyff, changing direction, giving man wrong address, all that kind of stuff. Keep up to, I see my brother do, I don't know, 20, 30, 40, 50. Back then, you're doing keep up like that. Oh, here's our boss. You know, you used to put it on your knees and put it on your head. I had specialists.
You have that.
What? So, but growing up, knowing the game, loving the game, of course, Zinedine Zidane is the best midfielder ever. I mean, just the way how he just controlled the midfield and just flair. You know, he had a lot of flair. And I think with some players today, they look at all the prettiness in football and they don't really concentrate on their craft to get better. So that can be, you got to be careful when you look at players and you kind of try to, okay, I want to be like that person. I want to be like this person. But you got to understand what goes in to that player becoming who they are. You see what I mean? For me, Zizou was all balance, passing, you know what I mean? Right foot, left foot, can score either way, intelligence. You see what I mean? And I was like, wow, this guy is really good. So in terms of emulating like a well-known international player, I think for me it was Zizou. And a host of defenders too. Juventus, Thuram, you remember Lilian Thuram?
For sure.
Can't get past him. You see what I mean?
For sure.
You know, for AC Milan, Baresi. I don't know if you guys remember Baresi.
Yeah.
That was a little bit before. So his playing days was a little bit before I was able to remember what I used to see in football. So just a little bit.
Right.
Maldini and them though.
Andre's a heavy Italian league fan, Serie A fan.
Oh.
So he know the issue.
Well,
okay. Great.
I used to be an Inter fan. Used to. So if I was still an Inter fan, I'll have a hard time right now with that jersey in there. But it's okay. It's all love now because you know,
So I'm like, well, defending was my thing.
Right. So who was somebody? Well, Thuram you call one.
Yeah.
Baresi.
So those are the guys here stood out to you.
Maldini.
Yeah, like course, right. Which one, father or son?
No, father. Oh gosh, the son. I mean, really?
What are you talking about?
The son just coming out, man.
No, I'm talking about senior, and I'm talking about.
Oh.
Are you talking about?
Senior.
The other Maldini.
Yeah, senior. Oh.
I ain't even counting this son yet, no. I ain't counting this son yet.
I thought you talking about.
You went too far.
No. Senior.
You went too far.
Well, you know, like father, like son in that category. So you can't go wrong. Who else could come to mind right now? Les Ferdinand. Les Ferdinand from Man U. I think he was a student. Yeah. He was an astute defender, could play the game and stuff like that. Was very sharp, very quick. I like that. I like quickness in our defender. Sure. And you know what I also like in our defenders? Touches and skill. Even though I play in the back, seriously, even though I play in the back, I can still joke it. I can still joke it playing in the back. You see what I mean? I like, I remember Marcel Desailly is our next player. Yeah, Lizarazu, left back. I wanted to be a left back too, you know, but my left foot was only good for walking. I can't do nothing much.
Every Italian influence, every French influence, yeah, they were the best.
True that, sure.
All right. So were you times you tried to be a striker?
Well, I mean, if he's a footballer, he's a footballer. It's like once he's a Marine, you're always a Marine. They can keep playing anyway, right? Right? Andre, you know that, right? So of course I tried my hand at striker. And I was successful too. I scored some goals in the youth league, you know what I mean? I was the village. I was going to say, I was the village hero at one time.
The hero?
Hey, you take football seriously in Gonzales.
Yeah. But I never heard about your striking record, you know. Tell us about it now.
My striking record was probably a goal a game, boss.
Who you was playing for? Youth,
Gonzales.
Who?
Was the coach?
Was Uprising already?
Nah, it was Grapple Youths at the time.
Yeah. So they were primary school?
Age Form 1, Form 2, age 11, sorry, 12, okay. 13.
You're striking at that age?
Yeah, I mean, and when we have local football, I forgot what they call it again? Community against community.
Minor league.
Yeah. You know what you mean? Go up in library, score 2-3. Let me give you a quick joke. We went up library in a minor league.
Yeah.
All right. I reach up late. Something I had to do. You know, grandma wants you to do something. You can't go and play football without doing your work. I get up there late. I get up there for the second half. When I go up there, they ain't got no jersey. They ain't got no bat. You know what it is. So the coach, when I reach now, it's a true story. When I reach now, a lot of might think I'm making it up. When I reach now, the coach.
Who was the coach, Mikey?
Cobb.
Okay.
Yeah. When I reach up there now, my Cobb say, hey, yo. The man say, me? He say, yeah. Take off your jersey.
Oh, Lord.
Give it to corner.
You must take off the jersey. Yeah, that happened to many, man.
Take off the jersey, but not only that. I run on day. They leading us 1-0. About, I ain't want to lie to you, 5 minutes to go. Right? Playing hard. A man run down the line. Square back a ball. Keeper run out. Keeper! And parry the ball. But miss it. So he hit the hand and fall down. Yeah. Man, I lie down and slap it home. Dude, the whole village, the whole up in Narbary.
Yeah.
Jump on the field and that kind of thing. Man on the opposite side, mad. They're asking if I was on the list.
Yeah. I remember those days.
Who's that man?
Check that man age.
Who's that man?
That man going back home now. Went to the shop. Man say, no, you ain't gotta buy nothing.
Not sponsorship.
You gotta buy nothing, man. But let me end the story with this. So I was going to school in Sando at the time. I wasn't going Benedict yet. I was going to Old Tech, San Fernando Senior Comprehensive. And I on the maxi in the back seat. And we stop out somebody come on the maxi in library. True story and all. They go laugh, but true story. A man say, hey, wait now. That him out of school to go yesterday.
Yeah. Community football is real big.
Yeah, fun memories.
I think that's where Trinidad suffering right now with the pandemic. Everybody's suffering, but the community leagues had a real following, and especially community and intercol had a real following, and
definitely
the support behind it for sure. So, corner, the natural attributes, right? They say you are a defender.
Yeah.
Tell us some about the attributes. Were you quick? You could really.
Yeah, I was quick. I was quick. Not the fastest, but I can. The thing that stood out for me as one of my attributes, I would say, is to close a player down, right? So attacking player know how to angle my body and know how to, make the tackle and get the ball. Back in the day, and it's different now, right? So back in the day was the ball pass or the man. Somebody ain't going through. The ball or the man. Yeah. So we used to do a little slide tackle stomp. Andre, you probably remember this. Little slide tackle where you take ball and man. Right?
Yeah. You gotta hook him at the end.
I don't do that nowadays because it's, the game is a little different. Yeah. So, but I used to, I can really work the spaces and stuff like that, and just corner people off.
Right.
And I was a ball winner too.
Right.
So you were a front foot defender. You would be the one rushing, or you the ones reading the play, kind of sitting back, or right. In between. Mm-hmm. So like back in the day, we used to have a conventional 4-4-2 system, right? There you go. First stopper, last stopper.
Where were you, first or last?
First.
Right, front foot man.
First. So, so I used to go out, link the play, get the ball, give it out. Yeah, you know what I mean. Link the play.
Lucio say you're body man, and then you take it for a little stroll, dribble past a little 2 man, and then hit the ball.
Exactly, you look like a grown man, and if you can pass the ball too, if you can turn on a man and see a man running down win and still pass that ball like Paul Pogba.
Yeah.
I mean, you're good to go. By the way, Paul Pogba played for Juventus too. Just to let you know.
Don't get Andre started with that guy.
Don't do that.
So, front foot defender, you playing football for the school of Grappo?
No, primary school. I was more on. It was more club football at that time. Yeah. So let me give you my progression.
Yeah.
So primary school, didn't play too much, was more club football. Went to junior sec, play a little bit there, but more was on the academics.
Yeah.
Because for some reason I wasn't a good test taker, so I went to junior sec. But my mama, I was young, and my mom say, I don't care. You would go. Don't repeat or whatever it is coming in. Right. So I went through the system, but work hard. And this is a testament to anybody who trying to make it out there, football wise or just in life. Work hard. You're going to succeed. You know what I mean? Doors are going to open up to you, but you have to work. Yeah. So I worked hard, right? I left there and I went to San Fernando Senior Comprehensive. Worked hard. That's what I mean. Was successful, CXCs and all that kind of stuff. And what I did too for myself is give myself goals. So all this time I wasn't playing. I wasn't really playing football. I was studying, playing a little club and studying, playing a little club, studying. You know what I mean? But my overall goal, the objective was to get to a big college to play. Prez or Benedict or anybody at the time that was in. Right. I just wanted to play intercom. You know what I mean? Just wanted to play. So I gave myself those goals. I pushed academic first for myself. That was my reward. If I didn't pass, well, I ain't got no business playing. That's why I told you.
You yourself said that, like you said that to yourself. That's not your mom.
Nah, definitely me. My mom is the sweetest woman in the world. She's like, hey, she would just give you a soft, whatever you put your mind to, you can do it.
Right.
That's all I needed. I can remember she beating us and all this kind of stuff. She was more, very, very calm, a very controlled woman, and she would just tell you straight up. If you do wrong, she would tell you. But she would tell you in such a nice, subtle way that you feel bad. No cussing, no nothing, You're not supposed to do that. Why would you do that? You know what I mean? You ask yourself, why would I do that?
You're feeling shame. You're feeling shame.
Feeling shame, exactly. That's the word. Yeah. So anyway, so long story short, I got my passes and everything like that. at that same transitional period, I was, you know, during the summertime, you have to go and practice with the school you want to go to or whatever it is. That transition. So I went to Benedict. I decided, you know what? I want to go to Benedict, right? Did that, got through with the passes, got to do A-levels, and that's where the magic happened. Started playing on the first team. It's almost like a walk-on.
Right.
Yeah. And men before me was like men like Wesley Webb and Nigel Hudson and all these fellas and them, you know, big name.
That's before your time, was say?
Yeah,
they were a year before. Yeah, this little young boy. But I used to tell them stories about them fellas. But anyway,
for sure.
Yeah, so they were a grade higher than me. So I'm going into this school now with all this history. I mean, you know, Dick Forlong is the coach.
Right.
You know, I mean, all these fellas and them used to be on the national Twinkle Toes and all them fellas and them on the national team. You see what I mean? So with all that rich history and everything like that, and that was it, man. I make the team, played right back for 2 years, and I played more central defender as the first stopper, last stopper, interchanging for my second year. So I had 2 successful years at St. Benedict's College.
Okay. So let me bring it back a little, right? Who are the standout players? You could include yourself. Who are the standout players at Benedict at that time? Trying to get the timing or the history.
We had some really good players, man. Alvin Benjamin. I don't know if you remember him.
No.
Okay. Who else, man? Jason Sweet. Remember Jason Sweet? Remember Jason?
Who was scoring the goals? Who was scoring the goals? That's what we'll say, you know.
Who was scoring the goals, boy? We had a slew of fellas scoring goals. And we had, remember Kurt Spencer?
Listen,
I'm gonna say, man. I'm gonna say.
I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
What year is this? What year is this?
This is 93, bro.
Andrew, I wouldn't know what
All right, fair enough, though.
93, 94.
Yeah, I was 6 or 7.
Hey.
Fair enough, though.
Make sure, tell me beforehand so I can send you script now. I can go.
Yeah, boy. Well, listen, no. Well, I definitely was glad, like, and I'm not sure about the timeline, so I'm enjoying this, like, piecing it together because I always hear these stories and, like, so I enjoying this maybe more than people watching this, right? So 93 was the time. It was all right. Yeah, I had no interest in football but I told this story already. Uncle Larry, who died in 98, he had a bet. Whoever win the bet, get chocolate. He said, choose a team, Brazil or France.
France.
And he was like, I choose Brazil. And I was like, well, I'll go with France. France won, got my chocolate, and from then I was watching football. So 98 is when I started.
To win more chocolate, or?
Yeah.
I mean,
you was watching to win more chocolate?
No. But after watching the final, I was like, I enjoyed this game. The first game I actively watched. The World Cup in 98. So that's where I get the bug from. And that same year, I did common entrance and went to Benedict's. The rest is history. For sure. So I'll have to do the research and hopefully I can find some pictures and piece it together in the editing.
No worries, man. No worries. But good batch of fellas. Good batch of fellas.
93. You all won anything?
Yeah, we won. I don't know how much we came in the league. I think it was second or something. Okay. But we won the zonal intercal.
Right.
We played Prez in the finals.
Okay.
That was a good game. Skinner Park.
Of course. Hey.
Skinner Park. You see what I mean? Green against sky blue, like Man City. It was nice. At the point, man burning flag all kind of. It was crazy back then, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
Won 1-0. And that was a big thing. Avery, I play against Avery John. Y'all know Avery.
Okay, he was playing in Prez.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Cool.
Another guy was scoring goals for Prez at the time was He had a Italian name, believe it or not. Rigoberto Sedano, I think his name is.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken. But anyways,
Sedano, yeah. Okay.
yeah, we won zone, South Zone, and we went up to play in the semis.
Yeah.
I mean, National Stadium, Mukarapo.
That wasn't Cornell. Cornell wasn't that time.
Cornell, nah.
After that was after.
Nah, they had another dude, man. Dude.
Yeah, Mukarapo had real stars over the years. So Mukarapo, Malik, and Oli.
No, as a matter of fact,
have all these men.
let me correct myself. We played Belmont boys.
Really?
Belmont.
Yeah.
I don't know the Belmont secondary school was good, Andre. I have no idea.
What? At the time they were.
I didn't know them to be good at all, ever.
No, at the time they were. Remember?
Wow, okay.
At the time they were.
So Belmont have a boys' college?
Is Belmont boys? Yeah, I think it was boys.
No, Belmont is a primary.
No.
It's not boys now. To my knowledge, it's not Belmont boys now. It's junior, senior.
Yeah, but anyways, we played them. And if I'm wrong, it's been what 30
I'll
years.
Check it out, see if I find anything.
Please don't shoot me. But
nah, for sure.
Yeah, we play them boys on them, and we get whooped. Yeah, the whole assault was crying. We get 3 or 4 or something like 4-1 or something.
Wow. Yeah.
But that wasn't. It wasn't a good. I wouldn't sum up the team. We had a really good team. I don't know if it was just stage fright or whatever it is, but we didn't really get it together. Yeah. And we played for 3rd and 4th. So we came 3rd that year. And we played another El Dorado. We played Eldo and beat Eldo.
Eldo Blue.
Yeah, a little consolation. But it was good. It was real good.
All right.
So the magic happened in Form 6. You're finally playing for the school. You may be now loving the game, another level of loving the game and thing. So what happened next? What happened next for you?
So after I graduated A-levels, I didn't know what I was going to do, to be honest with you. The semi-pro team was asking me to come join them. That was an option for me. But I was broke, though.
Right.
To be brutally honest. And I wanted to make some money, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I said, you know what? Let me go to San Fernando Technical Institute. Let me go there, learn something, a trade, with my academics, make myself employable. At that time, I was 19. So I finished school at 19, And that was the route that I was going to take. Football, passion and everything like that, but it's not going to pay the bills, right? So, and let's just keep it honest. Let's be brutally honest. A lot of young men in Trinidad, their heart is probably for the game, but they can't afford it because they got to take care of themselves and their families and all that kind of stuff. And I don't know who's listening, but the Football Federation, TTFA Federation, or whatever it is, we got to find some kind of way to compensate these boys, compensate these young men who drop their life.
So it becomes a real option, right? Because even me, it's not like if my parents dissuaded me from pursuing it, but I know. So the only sport I actually played for CIC was actually cricket. Everything else for me, the focus was always how to do SATs and come to the States. Because realistically, to make the money we need to make and take, you got to focus on academics. Where maybe if it was more viable, focus on the football more. Because the passion was always there.
Exactly. And let me just say this real quick. I don't know if I should say it or not. Or say it. People censor it out.
He's a master editor, though.
If you don't like it, I'll take it out after. Say it now.
So all these years, right? Yeah. Look at the fall from grace in Trinidad football, right? Look at the fall from grace, right? So back in 1990, we were at the pinnacle. Yeah. You see what I mean? We were playing ball. We almost made it to the World Cup and all that kind of stuff. So here's the deal, right? So in my opinion, nothing really had changed. You see what I mean? Putting the money and the resources into the game. You get what you put in. You get what you put in. That's going to be the outcome. You can't put in nothing and expect to get something out of it. Yeah. You see what I mean? You have to put the resources. If you want to be want to have a viable team and you want to compete, you got to put something in. You know what I mean? If the resources is not there, I know it's one thing, we're not no rich country and all that kind of stuff, but you have to budget. You have to put something aside to develop these players. You have players, you have great players. You see what I mean? But they don't have the coaching. They don't have the talent.
Plenty talent.
They don't have the coaching.
Now, the coaching, I really like Angus Eve as a coach, right?
I didn't even know he's the new coach, but go ahead.
New coach. He had a good game plan against Mexico. And I think he was too cautious in the next 2 games, right? I think he is a good option going forward, and I think the guys bought into him. But they was having some issues about money, and they're not going to play unless they get paid. But they get some money recently, so I think they're good for now. So the coaching, all right, but I think we always have problem paying guys, and if international men ain't getting paid, well, you can imagine pros in Trinidad. It's tough,
yeah,
it's tough.
I mean, that's always the case, but I think for us with our rich history and our talent,
yeah, for sure.
And we were the pride of the Caribbean football at one time, way back when, whatever, right? And we're supposed to, in my opinion, supposed to be growing from that, not going the other direction. You see what I mean? So, yeah, I blame coaching because let me tell you why, right? No, nothing against Angus Eve.
Yeah, I know.
But let me tell you why, right? So I see a Trinidad team feel themselves. Man still can't trap. Man still can't control the ball. Man still individualism.
Well, that's grassroots, though.
Right? And that's all. Everybody is trying to make it work with their individual skill, not a team effort. You see what I mean? You see what I mean? So I'm just looking at these basic fundamentals of the game, basic stuff, structure and all that kind of stuff. And it's not there, right? I'm not a coach. I used to be a little youth coach, but if I'm the Trinidad and Tobago coach, right, I will take everybody back to the basics. They wouldn't like me because I'll take them back to the basics.
No, you can't be doing that, boy.
No, listen to what I'm saying, though. Listen to what I'm saying.
Yeah, go ahead.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Yeah, go ahead.
But you got to build, man. You got the mentality. You got to build that first, right? I wouldn't even let nobody touch the ball.
I'm imagining you taking Molino and them to go and do a one-touch drill. Come on.
Exactly. I wouldn't even
like boy.
I wouldn't even nobody kick the ball on first day of training. I'll lay a man. I'll probably take, just real quick, have them in groups. Hold the ball with your hand. Right? Hold the ball like a basketball.
Yeah.
Take it to your partner. Give it to him. And let him take the ball and give it to your other partner. And let he take the ball and give it to your other partner.
Right.
Yeah.
All they need to bond. So when one man had the ball on the field, I need to see triangles.
Right.
But
they'll bond, you know they'll bond? Everybody hates you, so they'll bond.
You see what I mean? Just to give you an example.
Yeah.
But the cohesiveness, that's what you need for a team, man. I see an MLS team knocking the ball around. You know what? Let me don't say that.
But for sure, just so like for I ain't gonna lie to you, Real Wagoners, I'm the typical Trini football fan where when things going good, I watching all kind of Trinidad football. When things going bad, I kind of sink back into watching club football, ting, whatever, right? The difference in so for sure, I'm going to use our Manchester United analogy. But the difference from previous coach, I forget his name. Maybe you don't even name him.
Fenwick.
Maybe he's another Voldemort. Like you can't name him, right? Anyway, so the difference in the team from him to Angus Eve in such a short time was real Mourinho to Ole vibes, dog, where it went from sourness and it's fellas who seem like they're disinterested, they don't really care about the result together, they're not willing to run for men, whatever, to everybody in full 100, even though Angus asking men to play 5-3-2, men defending, men doing it. So it's just whatever it is, he was able to in a very short time at least he got the buy-in of fellas, we playing for the flag. Yeah. Fellas, we playing for the result together. Now, the next level becomes, all right, what are you really going to do? National team coach. What are you really going to do tactics-wise and thing when they have men for a short time and thing, right? So, and that's a challenge.
Right. And it is an important point to make because it is a challenge, right? And especially for us, when, again, you're fighting to support yourself and your family.
Yeah.
And you're trying to decide, okay, should I, spend the rest of my life playing for this Trinidad international football team that you mightn't get nothing back.
Right.
And your little kid shaking your pants still asking for food.
Right. Exactly.
And all that kind of drama. So, I mean, we got to do something. If you want to get better, you got to do something. I mean, and I'm going to stop right there because I might get, this might be the first and the last time I come on your show, boss.
No, these are our podcasts.
So don't say much.
No, you're good. Trust me. It's our men who say, anyway.
What men say?
Like Julius and them talk about how those black ball and thing are so serious.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's the worst yet, right? So let's come back to the fork in the road that you had, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could have gone and play semi-pro, or you could have go to a more lucrative field. So you went back to academia.
Yeah.
You went to tech, right?
Yeah.
So you were looking for employment next, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah, most definitely. So Trini, if you're working in the oil, your dollar's tall, right?
Good times.
So your dollar's tall, right? So my brother went before me, he was working for Petrotrin. I see dollars tall, so hey, I want to work for Petrotrin.
Right.
I was fortunate enough to land a job in Trinma, after my technical education, right? So basically, I was set, to be honest with you. I was good. Young man, 20 years old, 21, $700-800 in your pocket every week. I mean, at that time, back in 95.
Good times.
That's very lovely.
I mean, back in 95, what else do you need? I mean, so that was very, very lucrative at that time.
Doubles was still $1. No?
Doubles was still $1.
Doubles was $1.
$1 for doubles, right? So,
all right, good.
That was the real deal right there. So I spent some time down in Trinma as a gauger. So everything was working out. I was at the age of 23, 24. I was actually working offshore at the time. And for me, that was one of the best times of my life, man. Just going out there in the ocean. We'll say, knows about that. Been out to the boat and out to the rig and all that kind of stuff. But for me, it was just adventure. It was just a challenge. You see what I mean? So I put more into it. Wasn't afraid of the boats, the rig, or nothing like that.
What field you was working in?
We work all around. Northfield, Eastfield, Southwest.
The first time I went out there.
Yeah.
Every night I went home.
Yeah, sick.
I would feel myself rocking on the bed. That was tough,
It was.
January, I think it was that January we went out and tide was bad. I was like, it wasn't a good feeling.
Right.
But say you enjoyed it. You enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it. I used to sleep on the boat, all kind of thing. No big deal for me. That was something. I don't know about now. Since I'm older and everything like that. But anyways, so that was that. And basically my life was set in as far as I knew, my life was set. You see what I mean? So I had a buddy of mine that went to Benedict. And he migrated to the States and he was playing ball and all that kind of stuff. So we used to keep in contact. Back then it ain't no WhatsApp and Facebook and all that kind of stuff.
Phone call, $1 card,
phone call, right? So phone call, you know, when somebody call you from the States, that might be a big thing, you know. So phone call. So my partner tell me, boy, I'm going to transfer to this school to play ball, and I mention your name. So, you know, believe you me, at that time, I didn't even look at it as anything. I looked at it as conversation, like me and you having a conversation, right? I didn't look anything into it, right? He said, yeah, I'll go talk to the coach for you. I said, whatever, bro. So I go back to walk and all that kind of stuff, walking normal. But I think it was 2 weeks after, I think I just turned 24. So, you know, if you wanted to try to get a scholarship and go abroad in the States to play and everything, you're looking at 18, 19, 20.
Right.
You're trying to get in a D1 school and all that kind of stuff. Me, I know nothing about that. I'd be honest with you.
Right.
I knew that you had to take the SATs, but who's studying for that? When $900 in my pocket every week.
Right, you getting paid already. Why are you doing that? Yeah.
You know what I mean? Going through all that. So about 2 weeks after, I come home, my father tell me, some man from the States called you. I think it's a coach. Honestly, I didn't make nothing of it. Yeah. I was like, whatever, you know, I got to work morning shift. Let me go sleep. I got to work morning shift. Let me go sleep. Whatever. Come home again the next day. My father like, hey, this man called you again, coach from the States. I'm like, what going on here? Like, this man really want to talk to me. Yeah. So I make it my business to reach back out to the coach, just to hear what he got to say. So the coach is like, hey man, Devon, how you doing? I heard a lot about you. I heard you can play soccer. You know, he introduced himself, of course. My name is so-and-so. I'm the coach of Clayton State College and State University, Atlanta, Georgia. So at that time, I was like, what? So he's like, yeah, and I think you can be a good fit for my team and everything. I'm recruiting players right now and blah, blah, blah. I got your name from my buddy and everything like that. And I was like, oh, really? So we having conversation, and this coach is really talking to me like I am a player, a big player.
Yeah.
So just imagine I'm coming off the rig and somebody want me to play for them and calling me. So
when is the last time you even played at this time? When is the last time you was even kicking ball?
I ain't gonna lie to you. Probably a year. Probably a year.
Your lungs would be burning if you had a trial the next day.
Well, check this out. Well, anyway, I'll get to that. So he telling me what he telling me. At that time, there was no send me a video and all that kind of stuff. It was word of mouth, right?
That's why I find it. That's for me right now. That's the part that blew my mind. This man called you based on a man saying, "Yeah, check that man out, boy."
Check this out.
I'm telling you, good.
My partner could play though. He can ball, right? Mm-hmm. So when the coach see him, he wanted him. So my partner now he set it up where, hey, if you taking me, you gotta take my boy back home because he will help you right back. Yeah, so the coach is like, okay, I need to know this guy then. I need to talk to him. Talking to the coach and everything like that. I find myself in a position where this becomes a viable option to go to the States, to go to university, to get an education and do something that I love, play the game. Mm-hmm. So 900, play the game, education in the States. 900, you know what I mean? Within a short space of time, I'm talking about less than, I want to say 6 weeks within that time frame. I would say 8 weeks, 2 months within that time frame. Paperwork taken care of, visa. So it was a transition that I never imagined could happen.
Yeah, and real quick.
To be honest with you,
that's different times again.
What?
That's different times again. Visa so fast.
So,
what year is this?
This is
some context. Was it 99?
99.
Yeah, 99.
So, remember, Osei, 1 minute you saw me and the next minute I'm gone?
But let me just pull back a little bit, right? So, this is what I remember, right? You always used to like to play strongman thing. So, this is how I remember you. You come in the evening and pumping real iron. Uncle Jimmy, you. Iron. I made my nasty little self trying to lift the bar.
Yeah, you want to do it too.
Sit-ups, yeah, in the garage. Iron. And I remember you doing that right through. Right?
True.
And if you remember, you get my badge, Benedict. I think mommy still have it.
Yeah.
I don't know why you give me it. You just give my Benedict badge. Inspiration, like.
It was inspiration. And
go to school.
Yeah, well, no. Well, education first, of course.
Right,
but
right.
The thing
I wasn't thinking about education that time.
Just that common entrance.
Yeah.
You didn't know, excuse me, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
you didn't know what school you were going to go to, right? So I give you that badge, knowing that you're going to go Benedicts. I had a good feeling that you're going to go Benedicts.
Yeah.
So basically, this is what I did. Basically, little brother, hold on to that badge. Slap it on your chest. Say, hold on to that. That's where you go. And truth be told, that's where it went, right?
For sure. But yeah. Anyway, you can get back to your story. I just remember, right? And then when Ponas going to university to play ball. All right, cool.
In a short space of time, bro. And it was challenging too. It was exciting. It was adventurous. It was really, this is happening to me, because when you think about scholarships and players and stuff, especially from Trinidad, you're thinking elite. You're thinking players that are all recognized, come up to the national ranking, national teams, youth groups and stuff like that. You never really, well, for me anyways, I never thought about myself, even though I know I had the potential. But the way how it is, in Trinidad is not many options, right? And like I said before, you get the option to work and make a little money, start your life, whatever it is. That's the option you would take. You see what I mean? Because it's right in front of you, right? You wouldn't care about, you don't know what's out there.
No internet, nothing back then.
Exactly. Ain't nobody trying to go out there to fail. So it was a little bit of fear factor, right? So it was I can't explain to you exactly why it is everything was so clear to me to go. I can only say it's God, but I knew I had to go. If that makes sense. I just knew I had to go, right? So I left my job.
I saw men say you're a madman. You're mad, Payne. You're mad.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. I try to imagine it. I try to empathize. If I work in oil rig, making 900 and whatever a week in my early 20s, though. I don't know if I go at all.
Well, Andre,
that'll really sell me on something big, but yeah.
Exactly. That $900 was me being modest.
So I don't know if I was good or not.
Back in them days, oil was 100.
You're probably driving your own car thing too already.
Oh, well, also on the verge.
I remember the car too, like
the Corolla, but on the verge of
I remember Carnival. You're going to camp in Junior Sec.
Yeah.
And you pack up car, carry us to the camp, and I think you brought us back and things like that. So.
Yeah, most definitely. And the dog, the little chihuahua that you guys have, right?
Boy, Sparky. Hey, I remember you bring Sparky. You remember Sparky, right? Wow.
Exactly. Close-knit family.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
No, you find
it. You had to go.
So yeah, it was a lifetime. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity. So I just had to take it. I just knew it was my destiny to go. Me and the person that I am, adventurous, trying to go out there. To me, it's more to life than just. It's more to life than just thinking about it. You have to do it sometimes.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
That's a good code there. That's a good one.
Sometimes you just gotta hold the bull by the horn and say, you know what, I gotta do it. Just do it like Nike. And I just knew I had to do it. And I'm trusting that in y'all's walk in life, you probably had that feeling for something at one particular point in time, so you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Well, so it's not only life or that quote unquote life or fail level at this, but this podcast it's not on the same level. It have levels for sure, but this podcast is definitely out of there. No, what I mean, we just do it.
Is that just do it? Yeah.
I just do it. It's not the same level. It's not the same. Like if we fail, it's not the same, right? But yeah, I mean, I understand where you're coming from.
So going to the university now. So went to the university, meet the coach and everything, the coaching staff, the physios, everything like that.
Okay.
All new to me. Made the team and everything like that. First year, excellent.
No, but
scholarship.
Let me just ask you, interject.
Yeah.
Culture shock.
Definitely.
Hold on. So where was this again? Atlanta, you say?
Atlanta. Yeah. Definitely a culture shock.
Yeah.
Well, at least Atlanta. Well, I don't know what was the demographics and thing of Atlanta in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Was it as Caribbean people around, all these black people around type of thing, or no?
Well, Atlanta is known for being the black mecca of America.
Yeah.
Everybody knows.
But was it so back then?
I just didn't know how long.
No, it was so back then.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And then you had a lot of migrants coming in, obviously internationally, but also within the United States, right? Nationally. Blacks just swarm into Atlanta because, the birthplace of Martin Luther King, of course. Blacks are striving in Atlanta. So people just wanted to be there. And during that time, for me, I was caught up in all that whole hype of being black in Atlanta.
Okay.
You're gonna strive once you put in the work and everything like that. Morehouse College, Georgia Tech. So that vibe.
I'll say right there, you're playing the clip of
Umar Johnson.
That whole kind of history and understanding, knowing that for me it gave me a sense of peace, knowing that hey, wherever I'm going, I might see more people like myself. I didn't know what it meant at the time, but just the understanding that it can just have me, make me more comfortable, make it resemble home, so to speak.
Right.
It was a culture, to answer your question, say it was a cultural shock. Because remember, I just left and came, and that was it. When you open your mouth, people don't understand what the heck they're talking about.
For sure. What about the weather? Atlanta is normally hot, but getting down to September, I guess you would have come up.
Yeah, surprisingly enough, Atlanta being south of the, south of America, close to Florida and stuff like that, you wouldn't think it would get cold, but we got some cold. We got some, minuses and freezing and in the 17s, in the teens and single digits and stuff. A couple years well. So Atlanta does get cold.
So what was this? D1, D2, what?
JUCO? D2. Yeah.
Okay. Tell us about the experience.
Well, great experience now. So my position I played was right back. Hard nose, of course. I got to show out. I got to represent. So hard nose and stuff like that. The coach approached me one time and said, hey, you was one of the best man markers. I mean, that's what they call it. Man markers. And I had no. I said, really? He said, yeah. The ability to close down space, win the ball, N'Golo Kante on the right side.
On the right side.
Yeah, the right side.
On the right.
I could have run for days, but I had to build up my stamina. So. Just like you said, Andre, when I first came, oh God, my chest was burning.
So did you get straight into the team, or there was somebody had to compete with first when you first went for trials and stuff?
The competition was there, but I think not to put myself up there and then you kind of the competition
up there now, man. Put yourself up there.
Competition was there, but let me put it this way.
Yeah.
I made the team.
Yeah.
Right. So, I fought what I need to do.
You made the team first semester one time.
Yeah. Yep. And how we did that year, man. We did, let me tell you something. University, right? Like I tell the youngsters nowadays, I even tell my son, he's 14. I said, check it out, right? Going to college.
Mario's 14 already?
He's about to be 15, yeah.
Jeez. Anyway, sorry, go ahead. Wow.
Going to college is a good thing in so many ways. Education, of course. But the other thing is that I have learned in college It's just being in that setting with different people, different mindsets, different walk of life, international students. That's why they call it university. You got people coming from all different countries, bringing different cultures and all that kind of stuff. So you learn from these people. Yeah. You learn from everyone. You see what I mean? Teachers know they have an agenda. They teach you. When they teach you, it's not just one track and one-minded. You see, and bias. They have to teach in a way that it relates to everyone. Yeah. That's the beauty about universities and colleges, right? So you just get this real life, teachings and coaching and all that kind of stuff from all different walks of life. And that's one of the good things I think for me that I've taken from going to university.
Sure, for sure.
You went, what, 4 years?
4 years. 4 years. Played for 2. Had a situation, but I ain't going to get into that. But the first 2 years, it was very, very uplifting, challenging. Academically too. I was a 3.0, so I had to balance all that. But when stuff happens and everything like that, you got to fend for yourself. You got to do what you got to do. No. So life was it taught me a lot of things. For one, on top
so
of this,
we don't have to jump into specifics, right? So a youth man comes to school, situation changes. What advice you would give to him in that situation, like you had to fend for yourself? What would you tell a youth man who's going through it right now?
It took me back to when I set the goals for myself when I was 15 years old.
Yeah.
You got to be resilient. Yeah. You got to set your goals by any means necessary, right? So you could just imagine I'm 24. I'm an old student.
Yeah, for sure.
So I can't be making mistakes like them 17 and 18.
Yeah, for sure.
So that was one of the good things for me that helped me along. You know what I mean? Instead of stressing myself out, you ain't got no money to pay your school bills. Listen to a little Bob Marley, man. You know what I mean? Listen to a little Bob, get your head right, pass this test, and move on to the next. So resilience, right? I think that word is at the top of the list. Perseverance, right? Do whatever it takes. You work on campus, you work off on campus. You're trying to get this money to pay these bills. I was doing everything and anything. It didn't matter. I don't care what people say. Oh, you got all these jobs. You're Jamaican. No, I'm Trini. But check this out.
Same thing.
But check this out. I'm going to get my degree, though. I don't care what you say. I'm going to get my degree, right?
When you got more jobs than a Jamaican.
Exactly. You got more jobs than a Jamaican.
I can hear the accent already.
You got more jobs than the Jamaican dudes. And so what? Huh? I'm about 3 classes away from graduating. So never give up. So that's my word for the youth. Never give up. Set your goals. Say your prayers. Talk to your parents. Talk to the people who would encourage you. Don't talk to them knuckleheads and them who don't want the best.
For real.
Talk to the people who's going to encourage you. Align yourself with positive thinking minds so your mind can be positive too as well.
Yeah. All right. So now, what was your thought process? You ever thought about coming back straight after, or no, you had it?
Yeah, definitely. Of course, you got to weigh your options.
Yeah.
Close to graduation, you got to weigh your options and everything like that. Fortunately for me, I ended up getting an internship with the city of Atlanta, and that's why I'm gainfully employed today. So you're talking going on, 15, 16 years employment. Met my wife here in Atlanta. She's Guyanese. Of course, you've met my wife. And everything like that, and everything just worked out. Everything just worked out for the best, man. So, but what I'm trying to say also, if you don't have, easily said than done. People go through stuff, right? And life could be rough. Life lessons, life can be rough for a lot of people. Yeah. I think in my position, at one point in time, life was very rough, but you have to stay grounded. I remember when I was thinking, you know what? I'm going to give up, whatever it is, just throw in the towel, go back home, go back on the rig. You see what I mean? But I remember I remember, our grandma. Our grandma wouldn't stand for stuff like that. Wherever you go, you got to put your best foot forward. And these are the words that I hear. So family is very, very important. Family is very important. That's something that took me through to the next and to the next and to the next. And I was fortunate enough to just remember where I came from, my roots and everything like that, together with God's help, of course. He's first and foremost. That helped me to the next and to help me where I'm at right now.
Even myself on blast right now, and I can remember growing up, my mindset is unserious, as Andrew would say. Like, my mindset was not like yours, right? And when I always interact with you, always chuck me as somebody who, for not serious. What thing to do, right? The job you had to get done, right? I would be like, if I ain't feeling it, I not, right? That is us about results.
Yeah.
And you always tell me, hey, you come up to get his degree, bro. Priorities. And I'm like, hey.
most definitely, because here, I'm telling you straight up, Andre, well, say you've been here, so it's so easy to be influenced. It's so easy to get into something you ain't got no business getting into. So
for sure.
I can remember the first time I came up 2007.
Yeah.
I just went outside your door for a walk. The sun is like 40 degrees in Atlanta, though, right?
Yeah.
I went black. I don't know what I was doing wearing black that day. Wearing my shades. My shades had a yellow tint. I was walking down the road. Just go and see it. This man was just come up to me. Hey, cuz.
No.
Like, you sell that smoke? I was like, what?
You got that laugh.
You sell that smoke, bro? I'm like, dog, I don't even smoke, bro. I told her I make a beeline and go straight back.
Let me go inside this.
I was like, I was like, cuz I never even see weed in my life, dog. And just a culture shock. I just have to share that story.
Oh, no, and it's good that you share it, because whoever is listening, the youngsters, the young bucks, whoever it is, I mean, you're imparting knowledge here with these little nuggets, right? Yeah. If you haven't traveled before, you come to the States, these are the kind of things you're going to be faced with.
Yeah. It's definitely so I know. So me and Osei ended up being in university at the same time. I think how much years ahead of you was I? 2, 3? 2, right? Definitely. So even it sounds like in your story, going up later is a benefit, because you go up with your head on a little bit better now. Because if imagine if you go up 18 with all these other 18-year-olds, finally having independence from your parents for the first time, it's just going up a little was beneficial. So our time there, we were lucky that the training crew that was there was all older, so that even so I was the youngest when I came in freshman year. I was the youngest person, but everybody around is late 20s and all kind of thing. Abdallah was there, like all these people who just real serious. So it helps you stay focused. Right. So after the 2 years, that was it for you with football?
Yeah, that was it for me. My life kind of took a different turn, more on the academical side.
Right.
But the love for the game was always there. So, I did my little rec thing. I was a coach for a little while. I did individual one-on-ones. So, and it's still there. I had a conversation with my brother a couple of years ago. He's coaching. He's actively coaching right now, right? Okay. I believe he was coaching when Petrochin had their women's team. Say,
okay.
What is he doing right now?
Right now, he have nothing going on because we
right, because of the pandemic, of course, right. So, but he was really involved, and me and him spoke. I was at one time was supposed to come down and help him out, coaching and stuff like that, and just talking about the game. And I think for me, you have to have the mental aspect in the game too as well.
For sure.
Right, and I think I don't know. I'm just talking off the top of my head. I think coaches probably don't do enough of that. You're too quick to go into the game and this is how you play and this is what you do and all that kind of stuff, right? I'm telling you, if I make it back, if God directs me back home and whatever, to being a coach or whatever it is at the youth level, you know, I'm gonna do the, like I said, handing the ball, first training session.
Yeah.
Everybody take the ball in your hand. I know you're not supposed to touch the ball with your hand, but trust me on this. Take the ball with your hand and then have them watch videos. This is how the real pros play. If you want to be a pro, this is how you play.
Right.
You see when he trap, you see when he trap the ball, it's dead, not bubbling all over the place. Anytime you have the ball in the middle, every time you have the ball in the middle, there's people, triangles forming immediately, right? When N'Golo Kante get the ball, what do? What's the first thing you try to do? Pass it off, because that's my role. I know my role. I'm going to win this ball for you.
You're going to do your thing,
and I'm going to pass it off. I'm going to give the midfielder, the attacking midfielder. Let him give it to the forward. You see what I mean? If it is, I end up catching it on the top of the box. Okay, N'Golo Kante want to score too. Let me try a thing. Let me see what happened. Wait, they went in the back of the net the other day.
He must have done recently today.
You see what I mean?
So in the college in Atlanta, were you all like winning anything? You win any championships and stuff like that, or was it?
We made it to the Peach Belt in my time. We made it to the semifinals, close to almost made the Sweet 16. Yeah, that's a big thing. Coming down to the Final Four, we almost made the Sweet 16. But I think we won our conference, and we got beat before we can make the 16. So that's as high as we got. So.
And then little lighter question there. So I know in the South especially, soccer is not very popular in the colleges and things like that. What was the fan base like? Is there any trainees and the fans watching until?
Not a whole lot. But you know, when you in an environment where it's less of you try to bond, right? So we had
for sure.
And we had other friends from different islands, and like you say, when you're in the land, when your numbers is little, you try to bond together. So we had a nice little Caribbean thing going. So it wasn't too bad at all.
Sure. All right, so back to the other question now with the looking back. Best football moment.
You wouldn't believe my best memory of football is just enjoying the game that I love to play. My best memory is actually minor league.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
My best memory of football is minor league.
Yeah.
Right? We was playing in the minor league, I believe in Labra again, and somebody run down line, beat 2-3 men, and square the ball back, and I was running in on the top of the box. And for some reason, everything happened in slow motion, right? I think they were leading us to. It was one zip, like 10 minutes to go, whatever it is. And when he squared back the ball, you know Trinidad. Well, I don't know now, but Trinidad back in the days, them pitch and them, all kind of hole and all kind of you can break your
picker, everything.
They can break your foot. Yeah. And that ball he square back, it hits a patch of dirt, right? And it just lifts. Yeah, and as soon as it lifts, slap it to him, ball. Boy, I hit that ball perfect. The best I ever hit that ball. The ball just, I hit through the ball and it went straight up in the V. And here what happened? So the goalie didn't move a finger. And the ball V and come back out. And he grabbed it.
You right to say no goal no?
Yeah, save, yeah.
Off the bar.
Ref blow whistle in the middle.
Yeah, let's go.
Believe you me, that was the best time I can recall playing football. That was one of the best right there.
And that's always be for real. Like you just have moments you remember. That's like small sweating thing. We'll see one of our episodes we talking about is me and Osei bring it up. I didn't bring it up. Osei talking about.
I'll never forget that boy. Never.
When I hit my backsman and breed him.
Oh Lord.
Nah, I wasn't a backsman. I was outside.
I just called that. I'll whip up right.
Yeah.
Outside.
The man called me fit.
Yeah.
My outside foot through my leg and going up the road, right?
Oh, nice.
Paul, I remember this like yesterday. Like steam started to come out my brain.
Of course you're gonna be mad.
Listen, and I remember that game.
Yeah.
Score a hat trick, and the last goal.
Yeah.
I hit a bullet. I mash up the post. And told man grab up the post so because he was on my side, and I think he and Andre had a rivalry.
Yeah.
And he pick up the post and ball. Yeah. I'll never forget that game. Horse.
But that's the kind of thing you should remember them things. Remember small sweat.
That game gave me real vex,
It's a beautiful game, man.
You know that man calling for a beat and hit it and going about the way?
That's confident.
That's disrespectful, man.
That's a lot of confidence.
We'll say I was in my prime dog. I was in my small goal prime dog. Sorry.
Yeah, nah, I'll never forget that.
Man got skills. Go.
Hey, if you watch it, you seen Andre there. Andre like Zlatan height, right?
Yeah.
But he like to play small now, boy. He don't play like a big man. He like to show his skills and that kind of guy now, boy. Yeah.
Because I always had speed, so I had to use it now. I had to catch it flat and then take off on you anyway.
Oh, so you like Zlatan. Oh. Humans don't recover like lions do. We say humans don't recover like lions do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So conversely, what's your lowest moment you remember in football?
My lowest moment in football.
Your biggest regret.
Good question. Lowest moment.
Oh, sorry. Also, yeah. Sorry. I forget. Also, you just frame it more like, what's your biggest regret? Not really your lowest moment. So, what's your biggest regret?
I would say it was kind of like the biggest embarrassment. Knowing the kind of person that I am, playing right back. You know, not giving a player inch of space, batting man at will, taking ball from like people are babies.
Yeah.
A fast white boy.
Yeah.
Meet me on the wing. And I take off.
And he gone.
And he take off. A man hit my true pass down on the left side. I playing right back. And I thinking I could get there before him. And he take off. And when I see I couldn't reach, I started to slide. Trying to get the ball.
Yeah.
Miss the ball. End up in the corner on the sideline.
like Sol Campbell.
My boy gone down the line. I don't think he scored it. Or
wow.
Cross the ball, whatever it is. Yeah. That was one of the most embarrassing moments for me. I mean, I get back in the game and I play, but and that was
one thing, right? I tell you one thing. I prefer to mark a man with skills, right? You see a man who ridiculously fast and you had to play one-on-one. That is the most absurd thing. And long ago, when you're marking, you had to mark your mark.
Right.
And in your head, you're like, Coach, man, this guy is twice as fast as me. It don't make sense. Got and marky. Got and marky.
Nah, it's them two. So it's fast men who faster than you, and the men who fitter than you. That's the most annoying thing in the world, though, because you just know, all right, no matter what, he always have the edge to. He fast enough, he could come back, or he fast enough, he could make a mistake and still beat you.
Yeah.
And then if the man is a stamina man, this whole game, so you can have him for now. You can have him for now, but then in the next 20 minutes, what happens?
But that part of the game, I think they don't use as much because I think I can play a wing very good. Long ago, you come, you bounce it short, you take a jog, right? You pretend you're coming short and you make a run in behind. Even though the man overhit it, you carry him on the first run.
Mm-hmm.
The second one, you take it up and you push it. You try to bust the gas, but you just mix it up now. Nowadays, you're not doing that. You better play all the way I tell you how to get out at the back.
Yeah.
Right.
Otherwise, you come and sing next to me on the bench.
Right.
Those were the good days, boy.
And that's another thing now. I mean, I don't know. Coaching is different now. You can tell. You can see that, right? And with all these big money contracts and professional, professional players are getting right now. You know, I was looking up something here.
Yeah.
Actually today on Zizou, Zinedine Zidane.
Yeah.
When he transferred from Juventus to Real, it was 78 million pounds. At that time, that was back in what, 2002, somewhere about there, right? Players today, transfer fee is less than that money.
Yeah. Say that again?
Yeah.
Players today, that transfer fee for Zizou back in the day, players today is less than that money.
Yeah.
50,000, 30, 40 something thousand. I think Lukaku was what? He was the exception. 99 or something like that. But Zizou, and that was back in the day, that's 20 years ago.
Yeah.
That's 20 years ago.
Like 80.
80. Zizou was 78. 20 years
ago. For sure. In terms of, like, with inflation, Zizou was still close to the record. Still close to the record. The man who really, so, you see, like, Gareth Bale transfer.
Ronaldo first transfer.
Ronaldo transfer, even Pogba transfer and stuff like that. Them transfers are the high ones.
Right.
And Mbappe was a lot too, eh? I think they end up playing a lot, or no?
No, not Mbappe. Neymar was high.
Neymar
is the one that break the game.
222 US, I think it was for Neymar.
It's two some or one some.
222 US, like 111 pounds or something. Was real high.
That's the transfer that broke the game.
But still reeling from that transfer, you know.
Yes.
Anyway, that's a different story for a different story.
Anyway, yeah.
So before we go, like I think this is podcast about learning. I really enjoy it. I piece together these stories that I have in my mind, just jump right? I didn't know I was so much younger than you. In Benedict, you play in the color, and I didn't even know about football yet. 92. That's just interesting to think about. And our family so big. We run 11 with subs. We play a big field with our team with subs, and
exactly.
That's always a good time. But before you go, like if you want to impart some knowledge on the youngsters, somebody who trying to make it, maybe they now getting a chance to go university, or they're in university and maybe going through it during this pandemic, or somebody who probably their life take a turn and they're not playing football no more, and they want to make a livelihood in the US, and just impart some knowledge to the youngsters.
Well, again, I mean, I'll repeat some of the things I already said, but it's true because it worked for me, right? And I can only speak from experience, right? My experience, right? You know, you gotta set your goals, right? You gotta set your goals, right? Be honest with yourself, though. One of the things that worked for me is just being honest, being humble. You know, if you set like you said, I'll say, you know, I was kind of like serious at a certain point in life. You don't play with certain things, right? Some mistakes are irreversible. You can't go back. You see what I mean? And when you at a certain age, you know, the saying is, you know, with age comes wisdom. It's not necessarily true. But if you're trying to do something, I would say, get a pen, get a pad, start writing it down. You see what I mean? Write your goals down and just stick to it. I mean, I know it's cliche, but I'm telling you, it works. It works, right? And just be diligent. You see what I mean? If you want something, you want to achieve something, try to get information. Go out there and seek the information. Try to get knowledge about, you know, try to gain some kind of knowledge about whatever you're trying to do.
For sure.
Try to become the best of it. You see what I mean? If I want to play ball, if I want to be, my son asked me today, Dad, how come you never played professional soccer? What happened to you, man? I said, bro, you have no idea. And then I thought about it. Why didn't I? You see what I mean? That was a good, that's a legitimate question. Why didn't I? You know, life circumstances, but
that's how you're thinking deeper.
Exactly. You know, and the thing about it is, if you're not good now, don't let somebody tell you that that's where you want to be.
Right.
That's all you want to be. You work at it.
For sure.
You work at it.
It's have men who, for sure, I'll tell you all of this. It's have men who went CIC with me who don't know I could play, you know.
Right.
So they have some men who know I could actually play, and some men who was like, he could actually play, like he could play for the school or something too, but most men are just like, he's a fast man, he play cricket, yeah, he good, man, isn't it? A little bit, right? So, for sure, like, it's not, I like that a lot. Your ability is not stuck in time, right? It's not.
Exactly.
How is it there?
Exactly.
In any walk of life, whether it be football, whether it be you're struggling for 3 years at that job.
Yeah.
Trust me, it might take 5 years to actually get a manager who like, yeah, I see something in that dude, boy. Like horse, real life thing horses. So I understand what you're saying, boy. And especially if you're young. And I think, like I say, my mindset was more whatever. If you want to get better at your craft, work at your craft.
Definitely.
Give yourself some credit, Jose, yeah? Just remember, you actually came to the States, so you did what it took to get here. Then you also finished the degree. You didn't come up here and embarrass yourself and didn't and end up with a 2.0 or something. Like,
let me just tell you how unserious I was. I do SATs without a calculator.
Right. That's unserious or genius?
Listen, and after I meant saying you can use a calculator, I was like, you could use a calculator. It's like, horse, my mind was nowhere.
You didn't even know.
My mind was not. Anyway.
Wow.
Yeah, so for as a man, I always look up to her like, boy, this man is a serious guy. And I am not serious. Anyway, continue, sorry.
But give yourself credit, man. Just like Dre said, don't let the opinion of somebody be the opinion of yourself. Don't be stuck in time, right? And I'm learning that each and every day. So I mean, if some coach back in little league days tell you, you know what, you're not good enough to be a midfielder, you're not good enough to make the team, whatever it is, don't listen to that nonsense. If you have a heart for it, you see what I mean? You pour your heart in the field and you do your homework. And like you said, you got better at your craft. You got to practice. You can't expect to get better without practicing.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Right? This and Allen Iverson playing basketball. You got to practice. You got to practice. You have to practice. And if you want to be a baller, a good baller, professional baller, you got to practice. You got to practice on your touches. There's so many things you can practice on. Your cones, your changing direction, heading the ball, get somebody to cross the ball. You see what I mean? Touches. Make the ball a part of your body, an extension of your body. You see what I mean? Make you and the ball become one. My little son, Jose's little cousin,
which one?
Mario? He's bad.
Yeah.
He's into basketball, right? He just turned 9. He's into basketball. And when I mean he's into basketball, it ain't nothing you can say that can take him away from that ball. He have the ball in the bedroom, the dirty ball in his bedroom, in the car. We going to the grocery store, he had the ball in the car. I said, what are you doing?
Bouncing him on the grocery?
So where you going to? Oh, Dad, my ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right?
No, but listen to so many podcasts, and you will not believe. You see that kind of mindset?
Dude, and I talk
practicing day and night, and you wonder why. Sometimes you wonder why, like there's had geniuses and thing, right? But sometimes you wonder why men exponentially better. It's just I just practice exponentially more than you, horse.
Exactly.
Because every day I doing it. You doing it once a week.
Exactly. And one of these good days, I already spoke to Jose to have him on the podcast. Let him just talk. Let him just talk because he can wing it. He has a free mind.
Now he loves the game.
And he definitely loves the game.
Love for the game.
Basketball, yeah, basketball.
And you see where Trey Young shooting that thing now, and he from the A. More in love with the game.
Yeah, that's him right there. But on a regular, before we leave, just youth man, youth woman, don't forget the little young ladies.
For sure.
So,
For
I mean,
sure, for sure.
you just put your goals down and you know, just be all you can be there. Be all you can be. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise, and work. You gotta work. If you don't put in the work, the outcome, you do equation. If you don't put in the work, you think you come up with the right outcome? You come up with the right answer? Right? How you gonna do math without showing any work? What you gonna get? You're gonna get a fat zero.
And no calculator.
And no calculator. And no calculator. Right? What are you going to get? And if you fail the math test now, you know, you can't be surprised.
Teacher don't like nobody.
The teacher don't like. You see, you put that on somebody else. Yeah, man. But you know, I can't leave without saying, you know, have God in your life.
For real, bro.
He's at the helm. You know, just you know, pray and ask for guidance too as well. You know what I mean? And some of our youth, unfortunately and sadly enough, they lost. You see what I mean? Because there's no guidance, there's no you know, mentors and stuff like that. For us, that's why it's so important. That's why Osei, I have to commend you. You know what I mean? You could have been doing anything, your life, you do whatever. But you decide to have this little podcast, so the average man like myself can come on and just talk about, you know, life experiences. And believe you me, this can fall on some eager ears, and you can plant a seed somewhere. So, you know, for me, you, Andre, y'all keep up the good work. Y'all representing Trinidad very well, and I'm sure a lot of the youth is going to be listening, and this can motivate somebody and inspire somebody to be the best that they can be.
Thanks, brother.
For sure, this podcast is twofold. One is definitely Trinidad. Don't document well. So I definitely want to document people who play football at any level in Trinidad. So we document this. We have Devon Payne on document, right?
And not even just play, anybody involved in football.
Play referee.
True.
So someday, hopefully, Mario, Tad see this. They know all your story now, right? No, like serious.
Yeah,
they know everything, the progression, what you went through.
For real.
Right? Because at this level, you probably just saying, Tad, don't do this. Tad, do that. But maybe now you could see, why you thinking so? But anyway, that's high level. But,
Right.
And then, secondly, you all give everybody the flowers.
True that.
Why do Chinese appreciate men from the soil? It's like, I don't know, but like unless it's white, I no disrespect to those guys, unless it's the highest level, you don't really appreciate.
But as frequently said always in the chat, I don't agree that this is a Trini thing.
All right, sorry, no.
I believe people in general are very much wagoners. They're very much wagoners. When things nice, everybody, this is the man, this is whatever. I think the part that is uniquely Trini is we really don't have any documentation though. No video, no article, no blog, not like sometimes you could search up obscure American players.
For sure.
And there's a man from his hometown that had a blog dedicated to that man.
For sure.
Right.
Or to that woman, right? Trini, sometimes you search a Trini man named dog. And you maybe get, like, for example, there's somebody, like I searched and what I got was a Google image. The Google image wasn't them, but it was a team picture where their name was listed, but they weren't in the picture. And I was just like, this is the only thing I could find. But so that's the kind of, just documenting more people's stories, because even like, so in this here, so even the fact that you were able to, so what I find, I'll tell you right now, for example, what I find remarkable is essentially you walked on the integral team in Form 6, which is madness, right? Because they had all their players that playing since Form 3, 4, 5, they're still there. You walk on the team. That's one. And then two, the other thing that's remarkable is here's our man that was on the oil rig and eating doubles and thing. A man on the oil rig and eating doubles and thing. And then he get called to, hey, come and play in college. And he displaced a man one time. A man who had a spot on the team lost a spot one time. So it's just, it's incredible how football could, I think it's Valerie who say it, how football is like an equalizer now.
Yeah.
Football don't really care about what came before and what coming at. Like, it's just, if you have the ability and then the opportunity show up, it could happen, right? So
yeah.
This has been a very good story as well, as usual. Another one.
Ultra Podders, I appreciate everything.
Yeah.
It was a great one. I appreciate you for coming on. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in. You had a great one. We learned tonight, don't give up, work at the craft, be serious. And even if you're faced with difficult situations, always try to work the best. Don't study what nobody telling you. Grind it out and set your goals, write it down, and pursue them, right?
Definitely.
Right. Devon Payne, Corners, we appreciate you for coming on, bro.
All right, no problem, man. Y'all be good and be safe, man.
Yeah, man.
Take care.
Man, you too. Thanks again, man.
Easy. All right. Bye-bye.
Later.
Fire.